Good morning, you guys. Gonna be kind of brief this morning. I got some appointments I got to make. Didn't make a whole lot of headway yesterday, but I did figure out how to put this trim on this little porch thingy, which I'm kind of proud of. At any rate, well, I gotta show you another little trick I thought was cool. On the end of that thing, well, it take too much time to explain, but I had to do that with some tin snips and kind of customize that so it wouldn't be an opening. If you know, you know. If you don't, act impressed. At any rate, Psalm chapter 46 for just a second this morning. Not chapter 46, Psalm chapter 16. Listen to what the psalmist says. It's a verse that really, I didn't get it for a long time, but a good friend of mine made mention of this one day, and I was like, man, because I told him, I said, man, I feel like my whole life has just been a silver platter. You know, I've lived in a bubble. God has protected and blessed and provided, and just, it's crazy. And this verse came up. It's Psalm chapter 16. Verse 5 says, O Lord, you are the portion of my inheritance and my cup. You maintain my lot. But verse 6 says, the lines have fallen for me in pleasant places. Not 16, verse 6. This is Psalm 16:6. The lines have fallen to me in pleasant places. Yes, I have a good inheritance. And I just recognize that there's some things I could never do on my own. I could have never orchestrated. I could have never put together, but they've taken place in my life, not because of my goodness, but because of His goodness, because of the grace of God that I have to rely on every day, and just wake up in the mornings believing that God's grace is going to be sufficient, and that He's going to place me where He wants to place me, and that I'm going to pray like the Lord instructed us to pray when He said, pray like this. One of those things He said to pray was, thy kingdom come and thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. So what I'm praying is, Lord, would you just put the pieces together that I didn't know need to be put together, and put me in the right place at the right time, and put the right people in my life, put me in the right people's life. And I recognize I didn't put these lines there. They've just fallen for me in pleasant places. And the only explanation for that is the goodness of a gracious God. And so again, Psalm 16:5-6, O Lord, you are the portion of my inheritance and my cup. You maintain my lot. The lines have fallen to me in pleasant places, and yes, I have a good inheritance. The last verse in Psalm 16 says, you will show me the path of life. In your presence is fullness of joy, and at your right hand are pleasures forevermore. May that be your experience today as the Word of God puts faith in you. Not that you just stir yourself up, but that the Spirit of the Lord takes the Word of God, stirs you up to believe that what He says is true and what He does is good. And you can trust Him. Enjoy Him today. I'm going to go give it a shot myself.